And we're live. Hey guys, and
Live.
welcome to a brand new the Geek Out Live. Today we got Froggy Flips. Anthony is in the webcam studio today. So how are you doing today, buddy?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm feeling a bit under the weather.
Oh,
We did a road trip up to Holland yesterday, me and my buddies, to shoot a couple of toy shops. Did a little bit of traveling, and today I've just been like a wreck. But getting to talk to you today and getting to tell you another big congratulations on getting 400,000
thank you. I
subscribers.
appreciate that. Very excited about that. It's awesome.
Did you ever imagine that like starting a channel could generate that kind of interest?
I I was I was shocked at 10,000. That was like my ultimate goal. So yeah, like everything else is just overwhelming and humbling and crazy. Absolutely crazy.
I feel the same way. Like seeing where I'm right now, I would have never guessed like something like this would happen for like a guy from out of Belgium. Because right now, like I guess you're near Ohio. I'm just from Belgium here,
Yeah.
um, and what? Where did I want to go with this? I'm seeing so many people in chat right now as well.
Is there a
So
bunch of people here?
where I wanted to go with this is what I always want to see in the chat is like where are you guys from? Like where are you tuning in from today? And thank you so much for being in the live chat. If you're listening to this later on or watching it later, definitely leave it in the comments where you're located because it's fun to see like how many people from all over the world actually watch your content. So yeah, dude, like a ton of awesome people are checking it out over here.
Oh yeah,
People
there it is.
telling you the congratulations on the
Thank you.
400K.
Thank you.
This is the best pre Super Bowl show ever. Thank you. Here we go. Turkey, UK, Brazil,
Oh wow.
LA, Illinois, Indiana. I'm his wife. Your wife is checking it out, even.
There she is. Yeah, she's about 10 feet away.
Okay. London, England. There we go. Toy hunters from the Netherlands. Um, Detroit, Michigan. Yes. Vegas. Dude, this is going great. I guess, I mean, like a lot of people are in. But yeah, how are you? What have you been doing this weekend? Did you go out hunting? Because I see you pop up videos all the time.
Yeah, yesterday I went about an hour away. There's like this little collectible show, a lot of cards and comics and stuff. But I like going to shows like that because you can snag the toys. So and that's
Yeah,
kind of what happened. Like some really good things like down in boxes that no one was looking at. So kind of got my weekend fixed that way.
it's like the indirect product of another collector because they'll go out chasing, you know,
Exactly.
like addicts and stuff, but they're
Hmm.
looking for those baseball cards. And they
Right.
see like
Exactly.
the other stuff, bring it along. It's not that
Yeah. So
important to them. It's a great opportunity for toy collectors. Yeah.
and they'll make a little money, like make their hobby a little cheaper. So then it just all it kind of snowballs down a hill, I guess. So
Yeah, it's all about I mean like flipping it in that way, generating some income to put back into your hobby, I guess. Um,
cheapest way to collect for sure.
I actually went on like a road trip yesterday. We went over to Holland, um, and yeah, it was just great. So um,
Was it a toy show?
it was not a toy show, but we actually went to like one of the longest existing toy shops in Amsterdam.
Oh, cool.
This guy Jeff, he's at Space Oddity for almost 35 years now, so
Uh,
pretty pretty epic. And then after that, we went over to the Toy Boys, shot some stuff. So I'm gonna be editing those videos pretty soon. Um, but yeah, like the Geek Out Live is obviously more about getting to know our guests. So Anthony, maybe let's take it back all the way back to when you were like a kid and what type of toys were you into, or like what was the first toys you came in touch with?
Definitely He-Man. Obviously, I wasn't around for like the initial wave, but
Mhm.
I mean, like, like a regular He-Man was on the wall for 5 years, 6 years, and then they started doing all the other characters too. But every week, my grandma would take me, and I would get to choose one He-Man figure. So like that was my big thing. Ended up with Castle Grayskull and all that stuff. So like that's kind of what even got me back into the hobby, was just trying to chase the He-Man figures. Which, I mean, I guess it's Motu, but I always said He-Man, so it's
Yeah.
weird to say Motu. But like definitely that, and Battle Beasts, Muscle, Garbage Pail Kids, Mad
Okay.
Balls, like all the gross out stuff. Like I was the perfect age there.
Yeah. Not too long ago, you put up like your collection room video as
Mhm.
well, and it's just amazing. Like you're into exactly the same stuff I'd be into.
Oh
Uh,
yeah,
like I'm seeing like the Remco is in the background now, the big Mad Ball
yeah.
face mask and stuff. It's insane. You even have the Shogun Godzilla there, so
I do, and that's
that's
older
awesome.
than me, but
Yeah.
I love that thing. I love it so much.
Oh, dude, it's one of the best toys. I mean, it's the same thing with Castle Grayskull. Um, that is just like the best playset ever. Like it looks
Mhm.
iconic. Everybody should probably have one if they're into He-Man. So
Yeah, and like oddly enough, it's probably the only playset that I ever owned as a kid too. Like I never had any other big playsets aside from Castle Grayskull.
then again, like it worked with any toy line, honestly.
Oh, for
Like
sure.
who wouldn't love like a big skeleton faced
Oh yeah,
castle, you know?
yeah, exactly. Play with your little hand me down Ewoks in there and stuff. That's
Did you play with a lot of things together, or were like, because you told me like you had the Garbage Pail Kids and stuff that was more like trading,
Mhm.
stuff like that, or was it really like one toy line that got your focus for a couple of years? Was that He-Man or?
Oh yeah, definitely. So like, didn't grow up with a lot of money, so it's like I would have He-Man, guy down the hall would have the Ghostbusters, like the other guy would have the GI Joe. So it was all about like going to each other's house and bringing your stuff over and kind of like mixing everything up. But I was definitely the He-Man guy. That was what I had.
How big was like your collection at that point as a kid?
Um, I don't know. Like my mom would have said I had everything, but I don't. Looking back, I don't think that's true. Obviously, like I don't remember ever having like a Scare Glow or like any of the movie figures. Actually, like once the movie came out, I kind of got over it because I did not like the movie. It
Okay,
was
really?
very 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 disappointing. Now I like it, but
Yeah.
but but that was kind of the end. Like I was expecting to see like Orko,
Yeah.
in the movie and stuff like that, and I was like, what is this? This is ridiculous.
What is this
So
Wildor character?
yeah, so then I was just kind of done after that. But so I think that kind of like cut me off before like like some of those really like hard to find stuff eventually came out, or like any of the movie like the Blade or anything like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, Blade was a pretty fun character though. The other dude, I forgot his name, but he has like that sparking action.
Oh yeah.
Um,
What is his name? Guy that kind
yeah.
of rolls. Yeah. I don't even
Um,
know them all. There's so many.
yeah. Um, so it was basically He-Man, and then you did have Mad Balls and stuff like that.
Hmm.
I had like a Boglin back in the day, but Mad Balls, like,
I did have Boglin. Yeah. Yeah. And I love Boglins too. Basically anything that was kind of weird and gross like that. My mom was just okay with it. So, and like Garbage Pail Kids, like we could go down and buy packs of those for a quarter a piece. So
yeah.
always had those. Didn't really have friends to trade them with, but I would stick them all over everything, obviously. Yeah. I just always kind of like the, I wouldn't call it like horror, but just the gross kind of weird things that that parents didn't like. I don't know, my mom was okay with it for some reason. So
Oh,
always a
I
lot of
was
that stuff.
definitely like also into that. Like, I had not really like Mad Balls, but it was like this brain that had like blood flowing through it. You
Mhm.
could throw it around and stuff. Um, So it's
Yeah, I
like,
love.
yeah, I don't know how I got that. I got like a boggling as well. But then again, like I was like all about turtles and
Hmm.
how like the grosser the toy sculpts got, the better it was for me. So like
Sure.
I remember at like one point my dad went on like a business trip to the UK and he had that in mind, like I need to bring the most gross thing back to my kid. And it wasn't even Spawn, but it was like this weird zombie toy that had like a rib cage coming out.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, I don't want to play with this. This is too real.
Yeah.
So yeah, Sauron is the other character with the sparky mouth from
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
He-Man
Like the blue
movie.
guy
Yeah. Yeah. It's
ish.
the is he have blue? Like brownish gold. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I know what you're talking about. All right. That's
Or
right.
Saurod.
I was thinking of the Roland fellow that you kind of.
Oh, Dragstore.
Yes, that
Yeah.
one. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
So like around 87 is when the movie came out, and that's when you like gave up on He-Man. Was it like another line or another hype wave that caught your attention as a kid?
I remember loving Muscle. That
Yeah.
was a big thing. Just because they were cheap. It's the same with Battle Beasts.
Mhm.
Like like buying the 2-pack for like $1.79. So like you could have tons of those. I always
Yeah.
like stuff that you could have lots of for like the same price. So I was never a GI Joe guy for some reason. I don't know why. Just I don't even remember buying a GI Joe ever, and still don't collect GI Joe. So it's probably
Okay.
why. But yeah, Muscle and Battle Beasts. I really like those little minifigures. My brother was into Turtles, which is
Okay.
kind of funny because I'm really into Turtles now. But those were always his. So play with those with the He-Man figures, and I don't know if I ever ended up with my own turtle figures as a kid. Probably not, because it just would have been his stash, and it was all in the same toy box anyway, so it didn't really matter.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, I think I got out of toys pretty young too, because I was into music. So like
Okay.
around 12, picked up the guitar, and then that was way more important than toys back then to me. So
I had the same thing, but I think like around 12, 13 is when you indeed get more into girls and into music. Like for me, that was like music. Like, yeah.
yeah, for sure. So I definitely missed out on some things that I like to go back and look at now. Like, like the whole Mighty Max craze, that was after me, but now I love it. It's
Oh
fun to
yeah.
go back and explore that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Were there like toys back in the day that you weren't allowed to have or that you really wanted as a kid? And
A big one, and I don't know how bad I wanted it, but we were definitely on the Dungeons and Dragons is evil train. So none of that was allowed for sure. But I mean, like, I
okay.
don't remember ever like begging for it or anything either. But oh yeah, obviously Sarah's a priority.
So nothing that had to do with Dungeons and Dragons, like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
because that was yeah, kind of fell onto the I mean, I don't want to make fun of people, but
No.
there were some negative thoughts back in the late 80s about things like that. Certain types of parents were scared to let their kids engage in things like that. So, that was just one thing that was never ever allowed, which now I'm starting to explore a little bit.
Yeah. So is it something like you held on to? Like, did it have a memory as a kid? Like, I would want to have like some of those toys, or was it like a big toy that they said like, no, you can't have that? Or I guess in the Dungeons and Dragons thing, it was more like completely no against the whole line.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have even known about the play set. I wouldn't have known about like the individual like characters' names or anything. It just would have been like on a rack in the store and nope, keep walking, that kind of thing. So it wasn't really even like, I don't remember ever begging for it. So I don't think I missed out on anything necessarily that I wanted at the time, but I just remember that one being kind of like, don't even think about it.
Right. Did you watch a lot of cartoons back in the day, or?
Oh yeah, for sure. He-Man, Thundercats, Ghostbusters. I did watch the Turtles. That was one I really liked. Trying to see what else was around back then. Like all the normal stuff, Chip and Dale, Darkwing Duck, all that stuff.
Oh, I love those. Have you seen like those Playmates toy lines they did? Cartoons?
Picked up a few recently, yeah.
Yeah.
They're pretty cool.
Dude, I love it. Like, just the way, I didn't even know they existed. I'm like, wow.
Yep.
If I knew this as a kid, I would have definitely bugged my parents for one.
And his hat pops off or something too, doesn't it?
I think so. I mean, it spins and stuff. So
yeah, because mine's broken, so I thought it probably did.
It does have a, oh, there we go.
There you go. Yeah. See, yeah, mine's broken. I got to get a good one now.
Yeah. How much do you think like cartoons dictated what you wanted as a kid, or did you make up your mind yourself quite easily?
Oh, I think it was definitely a lot of cartoons, especially with the He-Man stuff, because I would watch that religiously. Like I had the role play stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So like obviously I was jumping off the tables. But yeah, I think that was a big one. Things like the smaller things that I was talking about, like the Muscle and Battle Beasts, like don't really think that those had an effect. I think that was more like price. Like, hey, I could buy a bunch of those for the same price as that guy over there. So I think that was probably me trying to get the most for my money. Oh, sorry.
Okay. Maybe a cable somewhere.
I think there's a setting on it.
Oh, okay.
Because I've never used it for this. Okay, give me a second here. Start cam. There we go. Okay.
There we go. We're back.
Good.
There we go. And for Wally Hack, we already made his weekend. So that's great.
Oh, that's nice.
There's more people picking up the Darkwing Duck figures. Damn, I need to get all of them before everybody starts wanting to buy them.
That's the problem. Talk about stuff and then it gets more expensive and harder to find. It's like, oh yeah, I remember those now.
It's a collective conscience. The collector market, I think. I remember someone having that. Now I want it too.
Right, exactly. And then they're impossible to find.
Yeah. But I mean, you seem to do like very well finding like a variety of things. Do you think like the area you're in is pretty good?
I definitely think so. Midwest, from what I understand, seems to be a pretty good general area. I'm really close to I'm in Indiana, but I'm really close to Ohio, which to me, Ohio is like the toy capital of the world. Like that was where Kenner was. So
yeah,
there's always people that have crazy stuff in Ohio. But I think I'm close enough to where it's like there's enough that's kind of like fallen this way that I can still find the stuff without going too far. But I mean, like I get lots of comments from people in California and I guess it's dry out there from what people say, and New York about the same. So I think right in the middle of the country is a pretty good place to be for this kind of hunting for sure. Yeah.
Because I guess like the Kenner factory, it was in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Is that close to you or?
Yeah, it's about an hour and a half.
About an hour and a half.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Even back in the day, like, did you have a lot of like chain store toy stores around, or was it more like mom and pop shops that you frequented?
For me, it was always KB Toy Store.
Okay.
And then there was a Toys R Us too, but we spent most of our time in KB. It was in the mall, so you could get other stuff done too, and then make a quick trip to the clearance bins of KB Toy Store.
Mhm.
There was a Children's Palace that I didn't go a lot to. I don't remember any mom and pop stores back then. I would actually get a lot of my toys from Osco, which was like a
Okay.
drugstore, and my
Yeah.
grandma worked there when she was younger. So that was kind of where we always went, was Osco Drug. And
Okay. Yeah.
like they would have like a toy aisle with like all the Motu figures and stuff like that. So a lot of my stuff had the little yellow Osco tag on it, which I would love to find stuff like that now,
Do
because
you
that was
keep it
very
on in your
nostalgic.
collection? Like if there's like KB Toys tags and
Oh, for
stuff like that?
sure. Yeah. Yeah. I love the old stickers. Like I love when there's like 3 stickers with like cross outs and red pin with different prices. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love all that stuff. That just adds to it.
I think so too. I definitely just love popping that on. We had a store that was just like a regular grocery store called Nopri,
Mhm.
Nopri, and they had like one um, shelf line or one peg dedicated to turtles. So
Oh,
like
nice.
every time I would go on the groceries with my mom, like I would bug her for like a turtle, and usually I would get it. But I remember it just being like one peg, so it'd
It's
be
like all
like,
different characters though.
yeah, yeah,
Like you have
like
to like flip
be,
through them all to see who you wanted.
yeah. I guess quite often it would be like maybe like a lot of the same, and then there'd be like this one in there that was like. But I remember getting my Muckman, my Pizza Face, and stuff from out of that really. So that, yeah,
And yours
definitely.
were Hero Turtles, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. But that's just like a localization
Yeah. Yeah. That's just
for
packaging.
the market. So, um, did you consider yourself a collector as a kid?
Uh, Not well. I was obsessive,
Hmm.
probably, but like things went into a toy box, so it's not like I had like shelves of stuff. Like it was like pull it all out, play with it, and then put it all back in the box. So the idea of collecting wasn't really in my head then, for sure.
Yeah. But like those things like Muscle Men or like Monsters in My Pockets and stuff, that
Hmm.
kind of like fed into like collect them all, really though. Is
Yeah.
that something
Yeah.
you did? Like you actively went after all the Muscle Men, or?
Not specific. Like I'm sure I had triples and quadruples of different guys and stuff, and then there's probably 20 that I didn't have. So it wasn't like that. Like it was more just being able to easily grab some.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't really think I had the collector mentality so much about it. Just it, as much as I was allowed to have, and then I wanted to play with it.
Okay. Well, the comment section is going crazy.
Yeah.
Elias, he's asking if any of us are going to the Great Ohio Toy Show, March 30th.
I
So
definitely am.
you
Yes.
are? I
Oh yeah.
think I am too. So that's going to be great. I'll finally get to meet you.
That's a
um,
heck of a show. You've never been, have you?
no, no, no.
It's
I've done the Chicago Toy Show twice,
mhm.
and I was like, okay, this is awesome. I can keep going to this one, or I can venture into like new grounds and see what's there. And
Yeah.
like you mentioned before, like just having the Kenner uh, production factory so close to that, I was like, maybe we should try finding something over there, you know. So I'll definitely be there.
And it's crazy
Another,
too, 'cause, there's a store called the Toy Department
yeah.
that's like right there, but like they're always at the Great Ohio Toy Show too,
Mhm.
and like they're so close to all that stuff that they always have like all these Kenner like crazy Kenner prototypes and everything. So like if you're into that sort of thing, like there's some crazy stuff that you can find with people like them,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like the
I've
employee.
heard about toy department, but I don't know if it would be sensible to go if it's like that close to the toy show, because they're probably like moving stuff to have like a booth there, or
Yeah, I
would
mean,
it
I don't
still
know.
be local?
I've never been to the actual store. I've just been
Mhm.
to shows where they're at.
Mhm.
But from what I understand, it's one of those places where their toy show inventory is at toy shows, and their toy store inventory is at their store. So it's
Okay.
like there's no shortage.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard like it's huge, huge. The
Yeah,
store.
yeah.
They've been really upselling it. Like this thing is gonna be like amazing when you get there. So I
Yeah, I
have
want
to
to check it
ask
out someday.
Craig if it's gonna be on the trip or not. Um, but
I
yeah,
don't know
back
if it's
to
close or not. Yeah, I'm not sure.
but yeah, back to you. Like you said like after like growing out of toys, you got into music, and
Mhm.
how long did it take for you to become nostalgic back to like some of that earlier stuff you were into?
Probably so like all my toys ended up in storage, and the storage burned down.
Oh
Uh,
no.
uh,
Okay.
I mean, I don't know how many years ago. So like all the He-Man stuff was gone. Like the My Buddy was gone, which was another thing that I was really into was the My Buddy,
Yeah.
like the little plushy type guy.
Hmm.
um, so like all that
Isn't that
stuff
what
was gone.
like Chucky is based off of
Yeah, yeah,
in a
yeah,
way?
exactly. That was one of my favorite things growing up. So then all that stuff was gone. So then there was always this thing like in the back of my mind, try to find some He-Man stuff. And when when you don't know how to find stuff, it's really hard to find stuff. Like once you know how to find stuff, almost anything's easy, which
Mhm.
I'm sure like it's all out there. You just have to go look for it. But bef- when you don't know that, it just seems like the craziest thing ever. So it was always in the back of my mind to like try to find the He-Man figures, try to like have a little shelf of He-Man figures, just to kind of relive that. And so that was really what jump started it. And it probably took years before I was able to actually find those He-Man figures. And then once I found those, it was all over. It was, I mean, like I don't even collect He-Man anymore
Okay.
because it's like it's easy. So like, like looking for the other stuff now, basically.
How did you get into going to look for stuff? Like, did did it start out with just going to flea markets and flipping, or just going out of curiosity, or going in order to create a collection?
Uh, yeah, basically. I mean, like I was always good at buying and selling stuff. Uh, my hobby, like late high school, early college, was to buy guitars locally, and then as I
Okay.
wanted to upgrade, sell the guitars online, buy more guitars, and it's kind of like snowballed, snowballed, snowballed. Um, Eventually, it was just kind of like I did that with everything, and then finally started finding some toys, and it was just kind of found some Garbage Pail Kids cards, and that kind of unlocked some memories. Started finding some Madball stuff, more memories unlocked, and then just kind of never looked back after that. But it was always about finding stuff, trying to make some money, and then finding some better stuff. And it's kind of led to toys, I guess.
So just upgrading as you go.
Exactly. Yeah.
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 Just letting the collection pay for the collection, basically.
Is there how long have you been doing that?
Oh, 20 years.
20 years. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably college. Yeah.
But always with the intent of I just want to get my He-Man figures back, and then it's just
I
something
mean, that was always
you
in the
kept
back of my
doing.
mind. And
Yeah.
then, like I said, finally found some, like, bought a big lot of stuff at a garage sale one time. And
Hmm.
lo and behold, there was a beat up He Man figure in there. So then he went up on the shelf. And then later on, found a lot on Facebook Marketplace of better He Man figures. So then that He Man figure was gone. Nicer one was up on the shelf. And then just kind of snowballed and snowballed and snowballed. And then
Yeah.
just kind of realized that there was nothing else I really wanted to look for, and it was like pop culture was always in my head, like because I've always been into music, punk rock, movies, so
Did you get
toys.
to tour? Did you like play in a band, and did you get to tour around and stuff?
We did like little short things, like up to Chicago and stuff like that, down to Bloomington, Indiana, college towns, like never more than like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
And but yeah, it was like mostly local stuff.
I think like for me, it's the same. Like we would jump up and down Europe,
Hmm.
but never like get like big enough to have something to brag about, you know. Um, but what I always liked about doing stuff like that is just like being on the road, and like the venue is next to like this retro gaming shop back in like 2007. And you're like, oh my god, I can just walk in and buy a Game Boy, you know. So
Right.
like all of that stuff. I remember second tour we did, we were in Switzerland, and it was like again like this retro shop. Walk in, and like our bassist, he was like already like completely into it. He was like going to flea markets every weekend, just buying up stuff because he had seen AVGN. He wanted a room like AVGN, and that kind of like got me into it a bit, and then for me it snowballed into this as well. Was there maybe like an inspiration or like a collector that you looked up to, or a collector in your area that you knew like, oh, he has like this amazing collection, it's something I aspire to have myself?
Probably not really personally, but a big turning point for me is silly as it might sound, was the show what's it called? Jordan something. Jordan Hembro, Toy Hunter.
Yeah.
Shoot, I'm lost again. I thought I had it. Maybe that's it. So I always thought that
you're back, it seems.
We're good.
Screen's not moving.
I'm sorry. I am not a professional here. Settings. There we go. Here, maybe I'll just do the computer cam. See if that works.
Okay, that'll be awesome. E-man. Go. What is this
about? Let's see here. Like I said, I've not done one of these in like 3 years, so I'm sorry.
This is it's no problem, man. The screen is still a bit frozen. The people in chat are asking, Ed asked a real question: can we hunt Froggy's doubles sale stuff in March?
Yes.
Would that be an option?
Absolutely.
Oh, dude.
I'll try to have it a little more organized for you too.
Okay. No, it looked pretty organized, man. Like everything neatly in boxes with names on it and stuff.
Inside the box. There we go.
Need to create a little bit of a diversion. So like Narc goes to a box first and I get first dibs. No, that would be sweet.
Yeah. Just tell me what you're looking for, and I will try to keep that box hidden. Okay, there's the other camera. Maybe that'll work.
It's all good. Like before, there were some comments like would you ever go to like the UK or stuff to hunt and create content?
I would absolutely love to. We had definitely talked about that. Need to do some passport work. Sadly enough, I don't have that under control yet, but I would love to. Like, I've been invited by multiple people. I think it'd be really cool.
Yeah, man. Like if you'd be coming like our way, like I could definitely hook you up with some spots and some cool places to hunt. So that should be all good.
Okay, put that there.
It is Dave. Okay. Hi, Dave.
Webcam. There we go. I think I'm on again. Okay, this is the regular computer camera. We'll just use that one. That's good. That's good. I'm sorry.
No problem. No problem. Man.
Okay. So unprofessional. All right. What's the next question? There we go.
The next question. So we were basically talking about if you had an example collector and stuff like that, or the inspiration.
Oh yeah, Toy Hunter.
Like Jordan Hembro, Toy Hunter.
Yeah. I mean, that was a show that kind of changed things for me. Like the whole like collector dealer, not just like flipper type person. like out there hunting for stuff that they were passionate about, that they knew about, that that they could. Yeah. So I mean, that was probably a turning point, was watching that show. I mean, like, what was that, like 10 or 12 years ago at this point?
Oh yeah, it's long ago, man.
I go back and watch that like probably once a year now, and like some of the prices are crazy, like buying carded scratches for
Yeah.
$300 or something, which is just absolutely nuts to even think about, or like buying like the 12 carded original Star Wars figures for a couple $1,000s or something.
Yeah, indeed.
It's
What was it,
insane.
like 10, like when they went out on the little boat, and then like,
Oh yeah,
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 and then
yeah,
like,
because you got everything
are,
graded.
are we gonna buy it? And then
Yeah,
and paying, and it's like, what was it? I think it was like 12,000 or 17,000. They flipped
yeah,
it
it was
for. Yeah,
probably a really good deal now.
yeah, definitely.
You know what it was then.
But yeah, that was definitely something for me as well, that like opened me up to like um more different toy lines.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd be like interested in seeing like, oh, when is the turtle stuff gonna come around? But just seeing like, this guy that had like a basement dedicated to just horror toys, and
Oh
this other
yeah,
guy just Transformers, just WWF stuff, just Turtles and He-Man, and like it
right.
was cool because it gave you that feeling like, oh, this stuff is still out there, like,
Yeah,
you know. um
yeah, and like just the thought that like, wow, like you can make a life doing this, which was just crazy to me. So yeah, I mean, that was probably my biggest turning point slash inspiration, was just, kind of watching that show. There's no way that's real, but like like obviously there's stuff that was scripted, but
mhm.
like I know that the idea is real. Like you can really meet these people. Like you can really go out there and hunt and like look at collections and buy pieces. So
Yeah,
definitely
definitely.
inspirational.
Yeah, I loved it when it came out. Although back then I was like still a bit more into retro gaming
Hmm.
as like my main focus, and Turtles was like just something I had as a kid, but I'm more
Yeah.
into like the gaming stuff. Um, and wishing they would go more into like Nintendo things, because you would see them just glancing by it and being like, why are you not talking about those games? There's like,
Right.
there's like a Wild Guns inbox there. Why are you not looking at it?
Mhm.
um, so you've been doing this for 20 years, but your channel, it's not that old. Like, when did you want to start putting it out, or was there like an Instagram first, or a Facebook, or
Mm-mm.
something else?
No, all that stuff exists outside of YouTube. Like that was just like I just loved YouTube. I
Hmm.
loved the idea of sharing things. Like when I first started, I didn't really know where my place was, so it was just kind of like, hey, go to thrift stores and buy this stuff, because I understood that lifestyle. Um, but I didn't really know where I could actually add the value. And then I think that was like five years ago. But I just I just loved watching YouTube. Like that was school, that was entertainment, that was learning how to do things. Um, if the dryer breaks, just watch YouTube.
Yeah,
If your car's leaking oil, just look on YouTube and see why. That was just
yeah,
kind of my
definitely.
mindset. So I just wanted to be part of it in some way. So rather than overthink everything, I just kind of just started doing some stuff just to kind of see what stuck, and then eventually realized that um, people were watching. So
Hmm.
I might as well do something that I want to keep doing
Yeah.
rather than just keep doing the same thing over and over again. So that was kind of the YouTube journey.
What type of channels were you checking out yourself? Like, what were you into?
See, back then, I don't even know anymore. Around that time, I was watching lots of camera channels and stuff like that. Like, what's the latest and greatest camera?
Okay.
What's the easiest camera to get into? But aside from that, I would watch a lot of pickers,
Hmm.
um, like shoot, brain's frozen. Cincinnati Picker was a big one that was kind of inspirational to me early on.
Okay.
Craigslist Hunter,
Yeah.
like it was always fun to watch him like in his store buying and selling stuff. A lot of stuff like that.
So like learning certain things that you could flip or
Sure.
stuff like that, or just
Yeah.
the way it was shot and stuff.
Yeah, that interacting with people. I always find it interesting to see like how people deal with strangers. So that was always on the back of my mind. Yeah, like just being in like in a store dealing with people that are trying to maybe get one over on you, like like seeing how Pete would react to something like that. So yeah, just that kind of thing, like the reality of picking and buying and selling and collecting and stuff like that.
Yeah, because like in your videos, you're always super polite. You're like introducing yourself. You're just checking out, getting a feel of like the guy that's behind the boot and
Oh,
stuff.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's very fun because like it's as if you're like just standing next to you in your videos. I think
Yeah.
that's what makes it such a fun approach to it. So is that like the intent you had, or um,
Yeah, just kind of immersive, I guess, in the moment point of view. Like it's really weird too. Like I don't necessarily like that style, and I
mhm,
don't necessarily like that that's my style, but it
okay,
is, and that's because like I don't have a guy that can like hold the camera, and like I
mhm,
don't necessarily even want to be on the camera that much. But like watching your videos, I love like the way you edit stuff. I like that other people hold the camera sometimes, and kind of like interview you, then like you'll interview them, and
yeah,
which that's hard to do like without having that other person. So, but
yeah,
I don't think I could
definitely.
get away with that style anyway at this point, just because I've never done it. But
Yeah, yeah. It's weird. Like I tried more of like the reality TV interview things to throw in to be
yeah,
able to edit quicker because you can add some information that in real
right,
life would maybe take like 2 minutes of live footage and then you're already
exactly.
there. What I'm always trying to do and what I think you do very well is just the way in how you interact. It's always structured and the audience knows what's happening and what's going on and what they're gonna see later. So there's like a basic structure. And I guess what I'm trying to fool around with is like how can I make the things I shoot a little bit enjoyable for like is this something I would want to see?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Because in a way, like you said, like the stuff I make, I wouldn't really watch that, but it's just the way I make it because I
Because I
don't have
always have.
anybody
Yeah.
to, yeah.
No, I mean, like I get that too. Like one thing I've tried to do in especially recent months or like the
Mhm.
last year even, I used to my videos used to be a lot longer because there would be a lot more unimportant stuff that I would leave in, like a lot of walking, like no one cares, like cut out all the walking, like
Yeah.
cut to the interactions, cut to picking something up, cut to talking about something,
Mhm.
and like less of the nonsense that doesn't matter. So in that way, I find them more enjoyable to watch. So I do hope that translates a little bit because there used to be just a lot of dead space that would just kind of fill up time, kind of, you know, kind of give the video like an extra 10 minutes or something, which it doesn't need. Like
Well, perhaps there would be like an anticipation, like what's he gonna find next? What's gonna
maybe,
happen
yeah,
next? Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you so much for like enjoying the stuff I make.
Oh yeah, man, I
It was
love it
like
for sure.
crazy, like seeing a comment of yours pop up and be like, "What? You watched my video?" I guess like in your rise to where you are now, like did some of the channels you looked up to or you knew about reached out and had an impact on you, like what I'm doing is going in the right direction?
Um, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Probably. Like those guys I mentioned, Craigslist Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
I've talked to him a couple of times. Really, really nice guy. Like he was really supportive early on. Cincinnati Picker, like the same thing. Like he'll message every once in a while and like just be really thoughtful and genuine and stuff. So that's always nice to see. Yeah, there's not a lot of, I don't necessarily interact with lots of YouTubers, which
Mm-hmm.
is not because I don't want to, just because I don't know anybody. I mean, I'm kind of in this dead zone of Indiana. I don't necessarily reach out that often. So,
Well, for me, it's mainly like either I reach out or like there's no one to talk to in my
yeah,
area.
yeah,
But
yeah,
I
yeah. I
did
mean, I'm
see
sure it's
like
worse.
um I guess you'll see it like at conventions, but um like it's not like maybe in Texas where you'll be in like a toy store and there's already like two people filming when you
Right.
walk in.
Yeah.
Like it's a little bit of a it's not like that in your area, like that there's like constantly people filming or
Not really. At that little collectible show that I went to yesterday, I noticed a guy came up and said hi, and he was wearing a GoPro on his chest. So I
Mhm.
was like, oh, he's doing it. But I don't see it that often. I really don't. Like I don't see people like with their um, um, cell phones out doing like lots of video like at toy stores or toy shows. I mean, I'm sure it's out there. I just don't run into them too often, which is yeah, kind of odd.
Yeah, I mean like lots of people would know you already, right? So but yeah, like for me over here, like whenever I see somebody that's like filming, I'll go and like ask like what's their channel and stuff, just
Yeah.
because there's so few of them around here. Obviously we have like the language barrier and stuff that makes it more difficult to create the content. Um, but like in the US, it's I like filming there because like everything you film you can like almost use because there's constant interactions.
Oh
Everybody's
yeah.
like friendly about it as well. Like they're kind of used to it.
Yeah. I always kind of wondered about that because like in your videos, everyone's always speaking English. So I was always kind of confused about that. So like you have to pick and choose your clips then, don't you? Because
Yeah, there's
with a lot of
definitely
tables they wouldn't be.
like some things, and I'll leave like some negotiations in Dutch in there or in French sometimes if it's like about pricing.
Uh,
That's like one of the things that I want to do more this year, like be more um like transparent about like how much I spend on things, because before it's like I don't want to be like I don't want it to be about money
right.
for me. I want it more to be like, why does this toy make me tick,
Right.
and where did I find it? But I get that like a lot of people want to know just the monetary situation about it, and
Oh yeah. Like they want to know if you got a good deal. They want to know
mhm,
if they want it, like what it might run them,
yeah,
if they're getting a good deal, if they're overpaying for something. So yeah, I do understand that. And I get that a lot too, for sure.
yeah. um, did you have like hesitations when doing like your first couple videos?
Oh, for sure. I still do.
You still do?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I have zero confidence in anything, but um, oh yeah. I think like just in general, my very first video was just me talking to a camera and it was 2 minutes long. And I think it took me 3 hours to record and about 6 hours to edit. So yes. Yeah. There's definitely
it's
hesitation.
it's probably the same for me. I remember like shooting like that the very first video I put out, and I remember making like notes of what I wanted to say and then sitting in front of a like an iPhone
Hmm.
and just sitting there like for 3 minutes straight not saying anything. I mean, there's no one there,
Right. Oh, but
but
yeah.
it's like this weird um step you need to take, you know.
Hmm.
This yeah. But
I mean, that's like the best advice that I can ever give is just make one and then make another one and then make another one and then make another one. Like that's all you can do. Um, some people are good from the start. Most people are not. So
I definitely like to think that I've grown along the way. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like if you're not growing, then
I mean,
reevaluate what you're doing maybe, but
yeah, but like in trying to create something that I'd want to watch, or hopefully somebody else would want to watch.
right.
Do you have like a strategy to your content? Because I see like you're popping up like shorts of like, this is what I found. You're popping up um, the community posts as well.
Yeah. A lot of that is if I feel like it's too long between videos, I'll try to do
Okay.
something just to not seem like I'm not there. Um, it seems to just keep some engagement going, maybe. Um, I'm not a marketing guru by any means, but I, I feel like going too long without doing or saying anything is a problem. It leaves people at first wondering and then just uninterested after that. I've seen channels with hundreds of thousands of subscribers wait too long and now their videos get 100 views or something, which is crazy. So it's just to
Yeah.
keep up some engagement. I'll like usually have some clips of a toy show or a swap meet that I went to that I didn't find a lot, but this one
There's
thing
like
was kind of
one
cool.
little piece in there.
Yes, but it's not like I can't make a 12-minute video about that. So,
Yeah.
I'll make a 60-second video later on when I don't have anything else going on. So it's kind of the strategy behind that, I guess, just to,
And
hey, I'm still here.
how long is too long for you for going without sending a message into the world?
I like to have something weekly. Ideally, I would love to do 2 videos a week. I'm rarely ever able to do that just because. I mean, like what you were saying, like I do those haul portions of the video right here.
Mhm. Yeah.
And it's like they don't seem like anything. It's just like me talking, about this toy right here. Okay. But it's like that may take me 20 minutes just to like talk about this guy for like 30 seconds.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes. Because I keep
Wow.
mumbling and stuttering and just don't know what I want to say. And so like I'll just take, you know, 25 takes of it and then use like 15 seconds of it. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's just kind of the thought of doing a bunch of those every week exhausts me.
Yeah. Okay.
But I mean, I wish I could because I would love to just
I've
pump
been
it out
trying
twice a week.
to get back on to like doing 2 videos a week, but it's impossible at this point. Like,
It's the
with
perfect number, I think,
I think so too.
but
Like
it's really hard.
when I was doing that, like things like it was enjoyable to see like the numbers going, and you could have like a lesser video because there'd be one like 3 or 4 days later, a
Right.
new
Yeah.
one. Um, but with the amount of time that goes into one now, it just doesn't seem possible.
Yeah.
Um, just
You ever do one where it's like you think it's going to be horrible, but you have to get one out there and then like it ends up doing really well. So it's like you just feel good for a week. Like, oh, that was a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
yeah, quite often
I do like when that one happens.
I'll like jump into like an edit and think like, this sucks, this sucks,
Yeah, exactly.
super bad. But
Title sucks, thumbnail sucks, it all sucks. But
I,
then
I think it's the
it
same
does
thing
okay.
with like music,
Oh, sure,
um,
yeah.
where once you go in and record, I don't care after it's recorded. Like the other guys can do mixing and stuff.
Yeah.
But when I'm editing, so I shoot it, I'll do like B-roll, I'll do like the little stuff over here,
Mm-hmm.
and then I just start the edit. But I'll go back a little bit sometimes and see like, does it flow or not.
Yeah.
But what I don't do is at the end like watch the whole thing.
Oh, ever?
No, no. It's like, it's because for me the game of this YouTube thing is also like, I want to put out content, and I have to give myself some sort of a limit, a time limit to finish something,
Mm-hmm.
because otherwise what you're going to be doing, it's never good enough.
Yeah.
So for me, it's usually like like 2 evenings that I'll put work into a video, apart from like one of those videos with like where I'm just narrating stuff, because
Right.
the narration just takes a lot of time to research,
Hmm.
and like the actual thing is just like 40 minutes of talking to a camera and then popping b-roll on it. So
Right.
that's it's creating like the actual things you want to say, and trying to pronounce everything correctly.
Right.
That
Well, that's
works
crazy
out.
that you don't watch it though when it's done. That would scare me. But I guess you're
Well, I'll check like if comments go like, oh, this is like off, and yeah,
yeah.
like re-upload. But you watch the whole thing after? Yeah.
So what I do, I watch it like I do what you do, like kind of as I'm editing, I'll watch. But then like as it's uploading, I'll watch it. And then once it goes live, I watch it right away just to make sure that like I didn't mess up somewhere. Because one time I said the same thing like 3 times, like it was an edit that
Oh,
and I missed it like 3 times. So I was like, well, I guess I got to watch them from now on.
yeah.
So, traumatizing, I guess, just missing those edits.
But you can actually edit that out in the YouTube tool, though.
I didn't know that at the time. So,
Okay, yeah.
but yeah, I have heard that since.
Oh man, Steven, thank you so much, man. Steven, he also has a YouTube, and I forgot, but Miss Froggy Flips, she also sent over.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you so much. I'm not worthy of any of that. Oh man, yeah. Editing. I know, Jeff. Yeah. Here we go. Melvor is in the house. It's 9:30 almost.
Ooh,
Here.
bedtime.
Yeah. I'm not gonna be able to watch the Super Bowl. So
I'm sure though.
what do we know about Taylor Swift? Is she getting there or not? I mean, the people demand to know.
I don't know. And something about Usher at the halftime show or something.
Usher as well. What?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not even sure who's playing.
I guess like the other thing I kind of want to know is like how much time does it consume for you, like this whole hobby, and the toy reselling aspect? Is it like a second job, or
It's well, like I look at the entire thing like a lifestyle. Like it's
okay,
just like I mean, we have an office where I pay rent monthly, and that's where everything is, and that's where I do all this editing and like all that stuff. So like the toy reselling part isn't a huge portion right now because my
okay,
goal is to just like be at more toy shows, like as a vendor. There's some other big things coming down the pipe too, kind of related to that haven't quite been announced yet, but
okay, exciting.
yeah, some big things happening. But yeah, I mean, it's like it's the everyday job. It's all we do basically. I mean, my wife does her art thing. Like her office just down the hall here is an art studio. So, she paints and does visual things like that. And then in somewhere or another, it's all about toys and YouTube on this
Yeah,
end of the hallway. So, it's an everyday thing.
but it's a full-time job for you.
Mhm.
That's okay.
Yep. Yep.
Wow. Wow.
Yep.
That's
No
so
other place I go to do work
okay.
except this.
But you do like visit a lot of opportunities to go buy stuff, I guess.
Yes. I try
Is
to
it
jump
like
on.
mm,
Yeah. I mean, I try to jump on any opportunity that presents itself within reason for sure. I mean, like there's a lot of stuff that never makes it to YouTube because it doesn't pan out, but gotta go for the opportunities when they arise.
oh yeah, definitely. We go. Jeff, yes, thank you so much for sponsoring the show. Have you two ever been boozled after you spend a small fortune on something? Wait to like
Wait,
a really Greco move or a gecko move?
so like, have you ever?
I don't get the joke. Is it a joke or is it like a thing?
I think he's saying, have you ever spent a bunch on something and then like it wasn't what you thought it was going to be? Maybe.
Okay, yeah.
I'm sure, surely, right?
Oh, he meant his $5.
What do you-
Okay, I get that. I can give. I'll make it up to you, Jeff. Don't worry about it. I've been boozled after you spent. What is boozled?
I think it's
don't
like
know.
bamboozled. That's probably what it. Like, have you ever been bamboozled?
What does bamboozled imply? I'm not native.
Like, see how to define bamboozled? Yeah, bamboozled. Like tricked, like
Tricked.
yeah, like something wasn't presented like you thought it
Oh,
was.
like it was like just a picture of Eternia, not the actual
Yeah, like
thing
or
that
like
you
someone
bought.
said that these are all original Star Wars accessories with these figures, but then you buy them and then they're all reproductions or something. So that like
I
you were
never had
bamboozled.
that happen. Did you have something like that happen? Or?
Not on a big scale for me, no. I bought a lot of just like what I said. There was a lot of Star Wars one time where I found two reproduction weapons, but it wasn't that big of a deal. So
Yeah.
nothing huge.
How do you tell them apart? Is it like something like some float in water and the other ones don't? Or
Yeah, there's like different things. Floating in water, holding them up to lights. There's injection marks for some of them that aren't present with the reproductions. There's like websites that kind of just go through everything. It's hard to have it all memorized because there's all these different caveats and different factories where things were made and stuff. But
yeah,
the float test is normally where you start.
the float test.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
perfect.
See if it floats. And
are there any new toys that make you tick or that you kind of like or love or want?
New ones? Not really. I kind of had to just tell myself no on new stuff. That was just like where I drew the line. So I bought something at that show yesterday that was from 2005, and that's probably the newest thing that I've bought for a year.
Yeah.
I mean, like there's cool stuff, obviously.
Yeah.
But
for me, it's just like some of these toys, they're like definitely when you buy them over here in Europe because you're paying for extra shipping and like customs. And if they are here in the shops, it's also just a lot more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it'll be like maybe 80 euros for an Ultimates figure, which I really like the TMNT Ultimates. Look amazing. They're super detailed, but with 80 euros, I can probably go out to the flea market and buy like a whole bucket of toys.
Oh, yeah.
So for me, the choice is easily made.
So like, would that thing be like a lot cheaper in the US then? Is it?
I think so. I don't know how much Ultimates go for.
No, I have no idea.
I think they're like 40 or 50 bucks on Big Bad Toy Store.
Oh, okay.
Like that. I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong, but I'm just seeing it from where I am, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, like, there's definitely cool stuff out there. Like, I mean, I like the stuff Reaction does, but
yeah,
you know, I can't buy that. And NECA does cool stuff, but I'm not going to buy it. It's just, it would just be never ending and too much and take away focus, I guess, which I don't have a lot of. So
apparently 55 bucks. Thanks to Chris.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. So, I mean, they're pretty expensive, right? Or
what, the 55?
Yeah, like 55. Yeah, still
for like one modern figure. That, I mean, that seems expensive to me.
I mean, it's super highly detailed and awesomely sculpted, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Like, how about indie like statues and Hot Toys? Are you familiar with those?
Vaguely. I gave one away recently that I got from
wow.
like a toy store donated it to me to give away, so that was cool. But that, I mean, that would take up all my room. So, but they are awesome for sure. But yeah, that would be a couple in this room, and then I'd be done because like I'd be out of space.
Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty huge as well.
And they're expensive, very expensive.
Um, like, because we're already over the hour. But I kind of wanted to ask you, like, if you had
Mhm.
like any like toy grails you're after right now, or something that's really you want more muscle mutts. Is that it?
That's my biggest thing.
Really?
That's what I'm. Yeah, muscle mutts. I have zero. I would
You
like
have
at least
zero?
one. I have zero muscle mutts. Yeah,
Okay.
that's probably currently my ultimate grail. There's a guy last year that had three at the Great Ohio Toy Show,
Okay. Yeah.
and back then he wanted 2,900 for all three, which looking back, like not too bad really.
Yeah.
And,
A
and I
big
kind of
chunk of
kicked myself
money.
about it. Yeah, but like compared to trying to find all three of them separately
That's
and
true.
then paying for each of them individually, and he probably would have come down a little bit too. Like I didn't even try, um, but I hope he still has them because that would probably be something that I talk to him about. But other than that, like I'm always looking for cooler and cooler knockoffs now too, like 5.5 knockoffs.
Yeah, you're also into like the Pirates of the Galaxies and Nightmare
Mhm.
Warriors and stuff.
Yeah,
Dude, and I can't believe you find those. Like over here, it's none of that, but
yeah.
that's all that awesome Remco stuff.
I actually just picked up a crazy one. Like I'm sure that you'll
No,
recognize
a
that one.
Speckletron.
I haven't put this in the video yet, but
Wow,
that's probably my best recent pickup right there.
that lore.
So a little sneak peek of that one.
Does he still have the pump action?
I don't think so. I'm scared to
Oh,
like
there's
touching too
a
much.
little less
Got a little
fluid in
stuck.
there, obviously. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So
but like the sparkles are still there.
wow.
Got the shield.
You should
So
like reach out to um, 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 Justice Curry. He like or maybe you just found it online, but there's like some type of fluid you can add in and turn
oh
him
really?
back, yeah, to his original thing. So, because he had one too when I was there.
Oh
But
really?
dude,
Yeah.
that is an amazing find, man.
I
Wow.
thought that you would know what that was for sure. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So that's kind of knocking a grail off the list right there. But
Definitely.
pretty cool.
Wow. That made me super jealous, but
I will let you touch it when you come here.
really? Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Just gotta be careful.
No, well, dude, oh, Miss Froggy, what is my favorite toy ever? Um, Probably like Storage Shell Raph. Love that sculpt
Well,
on
that's
it.
fun.
So
Yeah.
TMNT Storage Shell Raffaello. Um, do you have one, Anthony? Like a favorite toy of all time?
Yes, right. Let's see. That right there.
Oh wow.
The
Yes.
boxed Inspector Gadget from Galoob. That's my ultimate for sure.
Did you have that as a kid, or
Yes.
did you aspire that as a kid? Or
I did have this as a kid. I don't I
wow.
don't I don't know why I didn't mention this earlier
He
because that was
looks really minty as well.
it is. It's like
Wow.
the box has been open because the
Hmm.
tape is popped, but it doesn't look like it's ever been played with. Like there's still like tape going over the parts.
Yeah.
So that was another one that I looked for a long time, and I found it at an antique mall
Wow.
like 3 months ago or something. So it was nice to cross that one off the list, but that's definitely like in my collection. That's my
Hmm.
favorite piece ever right there.
Yeah. And what's the fascination with the muscle mutts? Because it came out after Turtles, so like you weren't into
Um,
toys then. Does it have like a nostalgic connection, or is it just because
no,
it's
not
like
at all.
this
It's
crazy white whale in
scarcity and obsessing, and then
okay.
obsessing over scarcity and the hunts and missing my chance, and it's correcting that kind of thing.
Okay.
So that's just like a personal side quest type
Okay. Yeah.
thing, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I
Right.
didn't play with him. I never heard of them until probably a year ago, so I didn't
Okay.
know.
Yeah. But still cool. I mean, anything that looks like that, or if it's like an anthropomorphic animal
Mhm.
90s toy, to
Oh yeah,
me, it's like I want that.
street sharks and all that stuff. Yeah,
Yes.
SWAT cats. I like the SWAT cats a lot too.
Yeah. Okay, man. Well, this was awesome. Like,
Thank you.
thank you so much for everybody in the chat. I know you guys been going crazy, but I've been trying to keep myself on my questions here, and yeah, I'm overwhelmed by everything today. But Anthony, thank you so much for taking uh, time out of your day to talk to me. When
Thank
is
you for
your
having me. I appreciate it.
when's your next video coming out?
Well, like I was saying about trying to put off the stuff here, if I
Mhm.
can make myself do a little bit here right now after
Yeah.
this, then tomorrow. If not, probably Wednesday because I don't want to do it on Valentine's Day. So either
Yeah. Okay.
tomorrow or Wednesday.
Mhm. Okay. Perfect. Yeah. You don't have like a scheduled day that's like
I have scheduled don't days, and that's it.
okay.
Like
All
there are
right.
certain days that I won't do it just
Mhm.
because of past perf- like past like not doing well on certain days,
Mhm. Yeah.
basically. Like
Mhm.
Fridays, they don't really do well,
Mhm.
in my opinion. Saturdays don't really do well. So Mondays and Tuesdays are kind of my favorite.
Okay. Perfect. That's sweet, man. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, I mean, guys, like if you don't know yet, if you don't know Anthony yet, you should probably go and just subscribe to Froggy Flips. Obviously, it's also on Instagram and stuff. And I'm losing my voice, so we're gonna cut this live stream off. Thanks to everybody in the chat. Thanks to everybody that checked this video out later on, and thanks to everybody for giving these super chats and stuff. Uh, I'm definitely unworthy for any of that. Um, in a couple weeks, I will have a new guest on, so definitely stay tuned for more. And I'll be dropping a new video next week. So hope to see you soon. All right. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Anthony. Bye.